In the distant past, when humans lived in the caves in the wild, they domesticated dogs before other animals. Archeological excavations and numerous historical manuscripts demonstrate that dogs were an integral part of ancient human life. Dogs were involved in various activities including hunting, guarding, herding, carrying heavy loads, and serving in wars. They were valuable companions for humans. In ancient times, the Germans were ready to give 2 horses in exchange for 1 good dog. How long have dogs and humans been best companions and friends? Archaeological excavations revealed that dogs and humans coexisted even in the Stone Age. Probably in that era, humans used dogs for warning them whenever a wild animal approached and for hunting. As time passed, humans' living conditions changed, and the purpose of dogs changed too. The works of Plutarch and other ancient Greek writers that have come down to us indicate that dogs were highly evaluated, respected, and used for various purposes. Together with the improvement of humans' living conditions, the demand for dogs increased too. Humans started seeking ways to improve the useful qualities of dogs. It took several generations until dogs with sharply expressed qualities for this or that activity were selected for various purposes. This is how the military, livestock guardians, hunting, and sleigh dogs appeared in human life. As we see, military dogs have always existed side by side with humans, and historical monuments show that in 2600 BC, the dogs with great endurance, low vulnerability, ferocity, agility, keen sense of smell and hearing, and good night vision were highly valued in military activities. Military dogs' duties were limited to direct attacks on the enemy or guarding. At night, soldiers used to leave the dogs outside fortresses to alarm the fortress guards in case of an enemy approach. In Old Egypt, archers were often accompanied by war dogs. They attacked or chased off enemies. Egyptian monuments depict such scenes. During the slavery period, dogs were used in wars in the first line. In the second line stood slaves, and in the third line were soldiers. Ancient Romans, Teutons, Huns, and Celts actively used war dogs for attacking enemies and guarding. The preferred breed for the Romans was already an extinct breed of dogs, Canis molossus or Molossian. These dogs are believed to be the ancestors of the present Mastiffs. And Cane Corso appeared in wars a little bit later. Asian people actively used Pshtar or Pager dogs. Not only in ancient times but also in the Middle Ages, using dogs in wars was an approved method. At that time, dogs were dressed in special armor and had spikes on their necks to be protected from the enemy's cavalry attacks. In old times, thousands of dogs were used. The war between Spain and France involved 4,000 war dogs from the Spanish side. These dogs were a great help for the Spanish troops in the battle near the city of Valencia. Gradually, as firearms advanced, the dogs' attacking role diminished, and their role changed from attacking to being a messenger or ammunition carrier dogs. Peter I of Russia had dogs that were used to maintain communications with various military units and leaders during his battles. Those dogs were carrying reports and orders from unit to unit. At the start of the 20th century, during the Anglo-Boer War, Scottish collies provided medical service in the English army. In previous centuries, war dog training was primitive. Dogs were trained to bark if they saw enemy uniform. However, barking was not always a good idea, as it sometimes led to inappropriate military action, because in some cases dogs barked at any uniform. Dogs were used in the First and Second World Wars. The Germans had 30,000 well-trained military dogs who worked as messengers and used to provide medical aid in the World War I. Qualified trainers were involved in those dogs' training. This time in England, around 100 military dogs were trained and employed, and in France only a few such dogs existed in the army. In the World War II, the Germans used their German Shepherds, as well as Belgian Malinois, and the Soviet army used Caucasian Shepherds for guarding the Berlin Wall. Even today, we find well-trained various breeds of dogs in military services, and some of them become heroes. I hope you found my video informative. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and share. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.